The Order of Skull and Bones at Yale University has always been an appendage of German intelligence operations. Indeed, they are known as Chapter 322 of the Brotherhood of Death, and the Brotherhood of Death was a secret society in Berlin which linked to the Bavarian Illuminati networks. And this Brotherhood of Death was most probably an appendage of the Prussian Secret Service. Indeed, Skull and Bones have been very prominent within the Central Intelligence Agency and as leaders of the eugenics movements. Indeed, the networks of Skull and Bones were also connected to a secret society which was started at William and Mary University in the 1770s, 1776, same year as the Bavarian Illuminati first showed its head. And this secret society was known as Phi Beta Kappa. And it seems to have been a front for Bavarian Illuminati networks, thereby Bavarian Secret Service elements connecting to British intelligence. Indeed, and the Skull and Bones network having connections to the Prussian Secret Service also, it's all very interesting, especially considering that the symbol of the Skull and Bones is identical to that of the SS during the Second World War and the connections there, all linking to the Kaiser Wilhelm Institute and various eugenicist foundations which were part of the overall Masonic structure. Indeed, Phi Beta Kappa was forced to basically forego much of its secrecy after the Morgan affair, when William Morgan was murdered in New York State in 1826 for threatening to reveal the secrets of the Freemasons, which led to an outpour of anti-Masonic fever and led many secret societies to forego some of their cryptocratic nature, though this would just led to the formation of other secret societies that carried on doing what these ones that basically opened up certain elements of themselves to had been doing before. And these networks of Skull and Bones that basically rose to prominence after 1832 and their creation by William Huntington Russell and Alphonso Taft, who seem to have been operatives of Prussian intelligence. These networks rose very high in the American establishment, though all of the members have been from elite families, so they have been well placed. And the Skull and Bones networks form one of the core elements of the Central Intelligence Agency and run many eugenicist programs. Indeed, I do not doubt that the Skull and Bones network has a lot of influence over the Scottish Rite Foundation for Schizophrenia Research, which began my programming at Grenville Lodge in 2012. And all of these networks are interlinked. Indeed, the eugenicist movement is very heavily linked to the modern transhumanist movement, which wishes to basically enhance the human being through brain augmentations, whereby there will be a certain amount of singularity, whence mankind is basically enhanced by artificial intelligence planted within the brain of the human being. Indeed, this is all effectively Nazi mind science and all deeply connected. Indeed, much of the experimentation for transhumanism started with the microchipping of schizophrenics, which began in the 1940s. Indeed, the cryptocracy has had microchip technology since the 1940s, and Nazi Germany seems to have been a laboratory for advanced technologies to do with the eugenicist agenda. Thus, it is highly likely that the Nazi scientists had developed some sort of microchip, which was then handed over to the Anglo-American intelligence structures as well as the Swedish after the Second World War, when the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst networks embedded themselves within Western intelligence, and the Nazi mind science continued. Indeed, the first instances of microchipping of schizophrenic mental patients was in Sweden in 1949, though I believe it happened in 1947 or 48 in the United States. However, this is not fully documented. And sorry, I've just lost my train of thought. Indeed, these. Oh, it's just one of my housemates. I thought somebody was coming to tell me to stop talking at this time of the morning. So I'm sorry for losing my trail of thought there. Indeed, the networks of Nazi mind science then led on to the Artichoke and MK Ultra programs, which were mind control operations mainly conducted on schizophrenic mental patients. Indeed, the eugenicists always seem to choose the schizophrenics as their test subjects for their experiments. There could be several reasons for this, one of which is a hatred of the schizophrenic, which seems to be harbored by eugenicists. Another is the fact that there is something about the schizophrenic's mind that the eugenicists deem to be needs to be studied. Or it is simply that no one cares what happens to schizophrenics, and they are simply disposable for. Indeed, the population do seem to still harbour a lot of dislike for mental patients as a whole, and society seems to be very suspicious of schizophrenics. Indeed, out of all the mental illnesses, schizophrenia is deemed as the worst, and the schizophrenics are reckoned to be the most dangerous of the mentally ill population. Indeed, bipolar is basically societally acceptable, but schizophrenia is almost treated as an aberration of mankind, and this is due to eugenicist thinking, such as revealed in the activities of Bonesmen. Indeed, these networks of Bonesmen link up to British intelligence also, as well as the German intelligence services. Indeed, the Skull and Bones networks interface with British intelligence, and the deep connections between Britain, the British intelligence services, and historically the Prussian and Bavarian secret services, and later the German intelligence services, are there for the keen researcher to see. Indeed, the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst has probably had a lot of connections with the Bonesmen of the Order of Skull and Bones since the Second World War, since the grafting on of the Galen organization to the fledgling CIA, and also to MI6, which has led to a cryptocracy which is more powerful than ever. Indeed, as I stated in the previous video, the Galen organization networks of the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst trained the Mossad and Shin Bet networks of the fledgling Israeli intelligence services after the end of the Second World War, and also controlled the Frankist networks. Indeed, the Frankists are controlled by a combination of British intelligence and the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst, who keep the Frankist networks under a certain amount of mind control. Though I have disproved my original theory that the Frankists run British intelligence. My statement that the Asiatic Brethren control British intelligence is not necessarily false, as the Asiatic Brethren chief operatives are actually Gentile, controlling a network of Frankists. Indeed, the real controllers of the Asiatic Brethren are a network of elite German operatives, and it could be argued that this network has a very powerful influence over the British intelligence services. Indeed, as I stated yesterday, Blaise Metravelli is most probably from a Nazi breeding program, with her birth father being Konstantin Dobrovolsky, who was a Ukrainian banderist, and there seems to have been some sort of selection whereby the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst are fronting British intelligence at the moment, what with the situation in Ukraine being paramount to this, and with that we have entered the phase whereby the Anglo-German intelligence networks wish to shut down their Frankist progeny and basically curtail the activities also of the Rothschild dynasty, which I explained in a previous video. Indeed, these networks are basically believers in their own genetic superiority, which is the root of eugenics and eugenicist thinking. And these concepts are key to the worldview of British and German intelligence networks. And this is a sorry state of affairs for the rest of society, especially, in my view, for the schizophrenic population, as we shall be targeted by the eugenicists running the cryptocracy. Indeed, there seems to be a wide public backlash against schizophrenics at the moment due to certain incidents that have happened whereby psychotics have murdered people. Indeed, this seems to be a reflection of society, where people are going so crazy that they are resorting to such acts. And this is part of the problem in the United Kingdom, what with there being a frequency that is played, which is taken from the digitized screens of tortured victims of the cryptocracy and then played out, which is impacting the basic behavior of the general population. Indeed, even though you can't hear it, the frequency is getting into your head and into your subconscious. And this is all part of an agenda to drive the population into a state of psychosis, which is the aim of the Tavistock Institute. Indeed, many terrorist attacks are carried out in close succession, for instance, so that traumas can be created. Thereby, the population goes to the state for help, and the state is able to embed its power more over the population. Indeed, John Rawlings Rees believed that an army of 5,000 psychiatric shock troops could run a nation, and this is basically part of the Tavistock vision that is occurring within the general technocratic agenda, with the creation of a sort of soft psychosis amongst the general population, which doesn't necessarily manifest itself in the way that psychosis does in the mind of a schizophrenic, but it is a psychosis nevertheless. And it's a fear-based psychosis driven by the activities of the cryptocracy, meant to drive the population towards the state. Indeed, the Gladio programs very much play a very important part in this state of affairs, as these networks use the Gladio program to basically embolden the power of the state. And the whole battle is for the minds of the population. The cryptocracy are interested only in controlling the minds of the population. Indeed, as I've stated, the occult rituals within the cryptocracy are themselves fronts for intelligence activity, and it is all basically geared towards gaining control of the mind. The aim of all eugenicists and Bonesmen and the cryptocracy is to gain complete control over the mind of the population.